Hello, and welcome to the TriMed Healthcare training session for the changes to the visit verification system. Um, as of January 1st, 2020, there will be mandatory changes by the state as to how caregivers are to qualify their visits to consumers. So, the changes that will be happening for you are that you will be changing the phone number that you call to call in, or you'll be given the option to use an Android or iPhone app to do your clock in and clock out. None of these will replace the timesheets. You're still required to turn in the timesheets on Saturday at noon until further notice. So, as of now, it is very important that you continue to turn in your timesheets, as that is what payroll uses to pay you. So, you definitely need to do that. For the people in Philadelphia, this will start officially November 1st, 2019, and for all other counties outside of Philadelphia, it will be January 1st, 2020. If you have any questions, you can call the office for further details. We'll be glad to go through it with anybody who has any questions. I know this is new and there will be some time to get this transition in order. So the first option, which is the call in call out option that most people are currently using, the phone number will be changing for the call in call out, and each caregiver will be given a 4-digit code. So once you have that 4-digit code, that's your code to say this is me when I call in. So you're going to call in, and you're going to dial that number. You're going to use the consumer's phone when you arrive at the consumer's house to call in. If the consumer does not want you to use their phone, or if they do not have a phone, or there's some other extenuating circumstance, you can use your cell phone. You just have to let Nurse Wendy know, and the arrangements need to be made beforehand, or let somebody in the office know, because arrangements will need to be made to make those corrections. When you call out, when you're leaving, you'll be required to input your 4-digit code, and then you'll be asked to input a code for the services you provided. So whether you brushed teeth, whether you gave bath, whatever it may be, you may have to put in a code for that. If you do not have the code for it, or you weren't given, you just put in your call out code or the same 4-digit caregiver code you were given. And if you will repeat it, you put it in 3 times. And then after that, you'll let Nurse Wendy know that it's not working. That'll be your process until you receive your numbered codes for each activity you provide. The new call in call out number will be this: 866-406-8385. The number is something you probably need to take down and write down, because you will be needing in the future, and we'll also send out some more information for you as well. But I'll leave this up here for a minute just for anybody who needs to get it. Okay. All right. Option 2 is the Android or iPhone app, and this video will give you some more details about that. Okay. All right, so this is how you get the app. You go to the App Store on your phone, whether it's the Google Play Store or the App Store on iPhones, and look for the app called HHAexchange. The icon looks like this. It looks like a little man with an X for a body and two hands. Um, and once you have the app downloaded, you're going to call the office to complete the installation, which will be the parts where we connect you to the office. Most of your information should already be in the system, but we're just verify everything, make sure it's correct, make sure all of your schedule is in there, so you'll be able to see everything customized for yourself. All right. Now this is a training video as to how to use the app when you're in it. So just follow along. Okay. All right. So that is basically the information that you need. Just a reminder, you will still need to turn in your timesheets. Very important. And if you work with your family, if you live in the house where you work, or whatever the case may be, you will still need to clock in and clock out. So you probably need to select a time and just make it part of your schedule. Now, if you miss a clock in or clock out, you have to notify the office as soon as possible so we can make sure everything matches up. These will be used to verify timesheets, so you will need to notify us as soon as possible if you miss something. You can notify the usual ways via phone, email, or text. And if your app shows an incorrect schedule, if you don't see somebody who you're supposed to be working for, or you see somebody else who you've never seen before and never heard of before, then you also need to notify the office as soon as possible. Thank you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to call the office to ask for help in setting this up, as we really are looking forward to getting this started. Anybody, we will be starting this as a soft rollout on October 7th. So as of October 7th, everybody will be able to we'll be starting the sign up process of getting everybody on board. So once we get everybody on board, you can just start so that when November 1st rolls around and January 1st, you can just roll into it as if it's something you're already doing. So we're going to start practicing this week, and then next week, and then November and January will be here before you know it. So thank you all for your time. Have a good day.